Stay away, 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 stay away. All right, damn it. I'm just talking and my ass is backstage. Whoops. I'm still getting it right, y'all. What's happening? Ain't nothing, ain't nothing perfect but the message. What's going on? Welcome to the First Church of Holy Shit. It is he. I am him. What's going on, 11 people? How are you? Hope I didn't leave you long. With dead air. Let's see who's all in here. Let's see what's cracking. First, whoop, there. Let's put me up there. What's going down, y'all? It is your Uncle Jeff. Welcome to the First Church of Holy Shit. Let me see who in here. Henty. Goddamn it, Henty was first. What's up, girl? Then Tony Mac. Then Kay. First time over. Salute, Jeff. I hope you're still here, Kay. I hope you're still here. Running around like a headless chicken trying to get the show together. I hope you're still here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yo, man. What's up? Cephas, what's up? Everything every day, what's happening? Christopher Perkins, what's happening? Let's see what else we got. Wow. Brother Gavin, long time, y'all. Hope all is well on that side of the pond. What up? Hey, man. I'm gonna need a report. Speaking of that, man, it's good to hear that you're well. Tell us what's going on as far as unrest and crazy shit on your end. All right. Yeah. Let us know. Go holla at it. Eric Harvey, what's up there, Eric? Jimmy H, what's happening? You look new. I don't remember you, but I'm glad to see you. Dee Dee say one love, Unc, and peace to the balls. That's somebody know. Peace to the balls. Frank Green, Sean, watching from the UK. Hey, man. Wow. I'm flattered. I'm flattered to be getting my people across the pond and welcome. And got the young Jedi Dice out here. Welcome. What's up? I just kicked my dope fiend brother-in-law out of my garage, about to roll up. All right, that's hilarious, bro. I'm gonna try to run the camera, but for some reason, and I am open to all suggestion, any advice. For some reason, when I run the camera, I am not getting I get the my signal goes down, my bandwidth goes down, and it didn't used to do that, and it does. I don't have that problem on anybody else's show, so there's probably some damn settings I done screwed with in here in what do you call this, StreamYard. So I'm doing this in StreamYard. Any StreamYard gurus, I'm wide open to any suggestion you may have. Yeah, okay, Jimmy H saw me on Angry Man. Shout out to Angry Man. Shout out to the whole of Peep Network. Shout out to my boy Anton out there. Shout out to Fight Club, all that, bro. All that. I'm really enjoying it over there. Getting down with them cats. Mad love to them. Freestyling on this Sunday. I'm hot as a firecracker, but cool as a cucumber. I feel you, brother. Most definitely feel you. Yeah, man. Hey, Kyla Avery. Hey. Just saying what's up to the congregation, those of you who have shown up. Okay. It's me. Okay, we're gonna see. Let's see how long this my bandwidth. If it don't fuck up, I'm gonna leave my ugly ass mug up here. What is that? Oh, yeah. These is the gloves I had to play with my dog with so he don't chew my hands up. Because this dude here, He's a hyena, this guy. Cousin Aniston blessed me with. Wow. So today we smoking on the same shit. I done left my shit over there. Hold on. I'm gonna keep talking to y'all while I go get my shit. It's right over here. I got to go and get my weed. I got to get my weed. And damn it, I got to change shirts. I got to change shirts because it's hot. And this white t-shirt gonna make everything bleed out. Okay, y'all, hat or no hat? Hat or no hat? Should I rock the hat with the no headphones and then turn the monitors on in the room? Should I stay with the beaver joint? Should I rock them like that? And just talk to y'all like this here? No? Okay, you're right. I'm full of myself. That's enough. I don't need to do that. I was gonna keep my Black Panther sweater on. Wait a minute. That's a hat. Okay. Rock the hat. Okay. All right. YouTube. All right. Well, at first I was about to do it anyway, because no diss to Jimmy and Rick. I mean YouTube. No diss to y'all. But when the lady said hat, that's, I'm a flaming hetero, bro. I'm so incredibly heterosexual. Sometimes it scare me. Oh no, not yet. So yeah. Thank you, Frank Green. Let's see. Where is, so I don't have to use that. I'm gonna use the YouTube, and we're gonna get it cracking here in just a second, y'all. Those of you who this is your first time, please have a little patience. Your uncle is I'm wrestling this technology into under submission, but it's taking me a minute. So I'm gonna do some dumb shit. I'm gonna do some shit wrong. I'm gonna take too long sometime, but I'm trying to tell you, once we get this shit cracking, boy, it be on fire in here. And it ain't just me. Henty, you don't know nothing about no cocktails, dudes. You don't know nothing about that right there. But you know about the hat cocktails, dudes. Let's see. Okay, so that comes down, and then that comes down, which leaves you with that. All righty. Okay, I think we are ready to get this shit started. And I'm gonna turn that to banners. And now I got this. Okay. Frank Green with the tilted brim. Thank you, sir. Thank you. This yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh shit, Cortez in the building. Hey man. Okay. Again, today's train is Cherry Haze. I got me a big pile of that. So I'm gonna be good for a minute. We making some more little bitty talk in here is what I'm gonna call it. Small talk, little bitty talk. No man, Jeff, you're hilarious in Fight Club. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. And again, hats off to Aaron. I am not mad at Aaron. Oh, I'm just not. I'm not. I dig his pimping. I dig it. I think it's bright. It's brilliant what them dudes can come up with to do over there. All that. I ain't mad at that dude. Frank Green, you better hold your goddamn horses. We gonna start when I start. When I say we're gonna goddamn start, do you mind if I load my bong up? In the words of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket. May I be in charge for a while? Yes. It's my favorite scene in a movie. I swear to God, I love that scene because it brings me right back to my own boot camp. But you do have a point, Digging Green. We do need to get going. You know how much I like to chit chat. Okay, now, for those of you who this is your first time, hey, Jeff, saw you there on the Peep Network. You took the talking stick and gave him a dose of holy shiznit and did the first ever talking stick drop. Peace to the balls. Absolutely, bro. Trying to help these youngins. Anyway, let's get started. For those of you who's your first time in the First Church of Holy Shit, I like to say somebody fucked up and told me God was everywhere. So I pray from right here. Saves me 10%. I never miss a game. And I thank you for saving 10% on your soul insurance by switching to Don't Go and coming up in here with me, where we're going to talk about the Creator without a name, because in order to believe that God has a name, you have to believe a man. You don't have to believe a man to believe that the Creator exists. Okay? So we get in, we get out, we get up in here, we talk about it, we get real about it. It be cussing in here, it be crying in here, bruh, it goes down. It goes way down. We don't cut no corners in here. We tell the truth, and then later I'm gonna open the doors of the church, let everybody in who want to come in, and we're gonna talk about what we just saw, and we might even go off on a tangent. And when we go off on that tangent, we're gonna go off on it respectfully, and everybody gonna hear everybody's goddamn point of view, and we're gonna have a great ass time in here. But that what up, Ashton Weems? How are you, young man? Welcome. But with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's get let's get out in the road with some prayer. And as usual, I need y'all as put forth by my head of the usher board, Henty, spelled that way. Bow your funky ass heads. Creator, universe, Father, Mother, God, ancestors, I thank you for this day. I thank you for this opportunity again to speak to people, your people, and tell them what I think it is you want them to know, because I'm just working with the voices that come to me, and I got to get it out. And I thank you for letting me do this and helping people in the ways that I have. I thank you for the new people that are here. Help us to learn from one another. I don't know every goddamn thing. You already know that. On a lot of subjects, I don't know shit. Help me be open to learn from them as well. That this is sharing. I just happen to have the biggest mouth and I'm on the mic. But that I am an instrument that you have chosen to say some of this really dope shit I say. Keep our hearts open. Good shit in, bad shit out. Keep us there. GSI-BSO. Okay, somebody write down GSI-BSO. And put it in the chat. Keep us where we need to be. Look over our loved ones in this crazy ass time. Help us to be peaceful, but ready for war. Help us to be vigilant and unified. We need all that. And I need all your help on getting the right words in the right ears today. And by the way, Creator, if you see fit, please send me a troll, because they don't get to overtalk me in here. And ain't nobody gonna pay a goddamn dollar to throw me out. We gonna get to it. And there's not a troll ever without a lesson. I am undefeated amongst them. And I cannot count that lightly. I cannot take lightly the sharpness of the sword of light that you have given me. And I will wield it for the truth, regardless to who it hurts or helps, even myself. We move forward. We think forward. We are forward. I ask all these blessings in the name of a creator whose name I know not. And it is so. And now we smoke. Well, first off, well, we don't smoke yet. Don't smoke yet. Don't smoke yet. Don't smoke yet. Can I get a nigga amen? We don't say amen in here. It's a nigga amen. Can I get a nigga amen? And now we smoke. Now, I'll come back later and wait a minute. Is Nightish in here? Goddamn it, Nightish. What's up? Hey, man. Nightish. Bruh. I'm going to open the doors of the church later. I would love to have you come in here and speak, bruh. I would love to. Right. We rolling right now because the nigga ain't mad, huh? All right, King Sid. I know I ain't never seen you before. King Sid, that's a dope-ass name, bro. That's a dope-ass name. I hope you have a son, name him Prince Sid. I hope you do. King Sid, I dig it. Let's see. Okay. We there. Okay. We about to get it cracking. For those of you who this is your first time, you about to hear what all the fucking hoopla is about. Ah, is that my sister? Hey, Shanice. That's my people right there. I love you, sis. Okay. Let's get to it. Today's Get Down. Because y'all know, we don't call them sermons over here. They get downs. Sermons are preachy. I don't mean to be preachy. I mean to be effective. I mean to be useful. I don't need to preach to y'all. That's why I only loosely refer to what we doing in here, like church, because y'all need nobody preaching at you. So that ain't my steez. That ain't my get down. So the get down, today's get down is the power of a bad atmosphere. As is generated, and some of my shit is gonna be. Some of my shit, I don't have an idea shortage at all. But what I have to say has to be driven by need. And when I go over on Fight Club and other places, other chat rooms I go in, there are things I don't get to that I feel that are desperately needed, that they crop up. So from time to time, like today's Get Down, this is about something that we were kind of loosely talking about, which was a few of the brothers on there were talking about violent women and the justification for hitting them back. And it got real spirited. Not even heated, spirited. And shout out to all them dudes. Shout out to Jay Prince, the whole crew over there. I'm high. Y'all just seen it. It got heated or spirited, and I was going to talk about something else, but the thing that kept coming up was bad atmosphere. And nobody wanted to take credibility for it. Nobody wanted to take ownership of their own atmosphere. And that's what today's show is about. It sprung from that conversation, as will many in the future. I believe my sons, the youngest of which will be 17 in December, were brought up in the last age of ass whoopings, because I sure used to give them out. I was a firm believer in the ass hand test. Still am. I believe that there should be a man in a boy's life, in a little boy's life, that he is afraid of, that loves him unconditionally. He loves that boy unconditionally. Would give his life for that boy, but will rip his little ass out the frame if he stepped far enough out of line. That's what's missing. You need some, that we got away from dudes getting their ass ripped out the frame. Well, that's not the only thing I would do. I was not only giving out the ass hand tests. That's where we see which one gonna wear out. My hand or your ass. And you at a disadvantage. Because I got two hands. You ain't got but one ass. And then didn't come out of nowhere. Okay, we can talk about ass whoopings later. The point is, I didn't always do it. Sometime, it's going to be some pain. It's going to be some pain. If you don't want to be smart, if you don't want to be wise, then I can't leave you unprepared. So I'm going to make you strong. I told you to do your homework before you started playing your video games. Not only did I give you a second warning, which I don't normally do, until you turn your video game off and finish your homework, but you lied to me about having your homework done because I asked your teacher, I emailed your teacher when you went to sleep to let me know if you turned in your homework and you didn't. So I took the liberty of printing the lesson from the website on each piece of paper. And since you don't want to get it in your mind this way, let's see if it'll come through your arms. Stand there and hold a piece of paper in either arm until all the ink runs in, out the paper, in through your skin. And let him stand there in pain. Wait till them shoulders start hurting. Are your shoulders hurt? Yeah, get them up. Now bring them out in front of you. Now, you see this place of pain and tears and fears and anger, distress? You created this reality. I create my own reality. Say it. I create my own reality. Taught them all that. You create your own reality. You created this reality. This wasn't some dirt road. This was a 5-lane mega highway with lights and rest stations and gas stations and shit all along it, because living in this house, number one is schoolwork. Big Daddy don't play with schoolwork. You got two jobs. Your schoolwork and whatever the fuck else I tell you to do. And I'm not going to tell you to do nothing I wouldn't, or nothing that's making you into the human being you need to be. You're not supposed to be here right now, but you took this road. This is me in their face while they standing there in pain. Tell you what, You want to relax? Good. Put that paper down on the table, lay on the floor, head up, feet up 6 inches, arms out like this. Relax. And it don't take long for that to start burning like a son of a bitch. And while it's burning, we are talking about the reality that you have created. That is the positive use of a bad atmosphere. As a matter of fact, I will put that on up in there. The positive use of a bad atmosphere. Okay, now I'll come back in here. See what I'm doing, y'all, is hey Neek, I am marking this so it'll be easy to find when I cut this into clips. Okay. That is the positive use of a bad atmosphere. I am using the bad atmosphere he created to teach him to place in his metaphysical toolbox, to place in his subconscious, that bad atmospheres are painful. That the inability to get out of in front of a problem nice and early and handle it out there is painful. Lying, especially to yourself, is painful. You lied to yourself. Yes, you lied to yourself. You told yourself that daddy wasn't going to never find out. Now, you knew better than that. I'm not going to tell you to tell me you knew better than that. I'm going to tell you to tell you that you knew better than that. Push-ups. Oh, we going to feel it. We going to feel it. Stop doing the push-ups. Freeze right there. I'm going to wear your little ass out. You ain't going to be smart. You're going to be strong as hell. That is me positively using a bad atmosphere in order to influence a young male in the way that they should go. The reality that you create spawns the rest of the shit you get. The rest of the shit you get comes from the reality you create. If you create a bad atmosphere, only the most powerful good will be able to make its way in. And that good will be there to rescue you. And if you do not see it, you are doomed. When you make this atmosphere that we were discussing with negative females, okay? These are the people we would normally call bitches. But again, let's hey Natalia, hey baby, I'm gonna get over there and start back in the chat after I put this right here up. We're gonna deal with that right now. Let's talk about them bitches. Bitches exist. Dear Black women, those of you upset with me using the term bitch to describe some women, and I said Black women because I'm talking to you predominantly because I'm trying to get Black folks together, okay? I'm not saying there aren't bitches of other colors. Male bitch is redundant. I'm going to clear all of that up right now. Right now. Those of you upset with the word bitch have the following things in common. A, you are also upset with the words plain, gate, envelope, bend, words that have dual meanings or even multiple meanings. You have problems with those too. Now, either A, or B, either B, you are the bitch I'm describing, or C, worst of all, you are the classy, grounded, earthy, beautiful, conscious, intelligent, peaceful, tactful, wonderful sister that shelters and circles the wagons around the bitches. For you to be mad at me, you have to be in at least two of those three categories. You definitely have problems with words with dual meanings, and either you're a bitch or a bitch sympathizer. That's the only way you can be upset with that. I'm not going to ask you if bitches exist. We ain't going to go down that road. We ain't going to go down the, well, if I'm a bitch, your mama's a bitch. It's me and this bitches. I got all that covered today, ladies and gentlemen. You will not be having any problems with that. Cousin Annis Maceo is just beginning to chill out. He's starting to chill. Tell me about him and them later. I'm going to fix that today. Okay. Now, yeah. We're going to put that just like that right there. And then come over here. And go here. There we go. All your concerns with the word bitch, those of you ladies who don't like the term because we all can agree it exists, knock it off. Those of you who have an issue with the term are in in two of three categories. A, you have a problem with words that have dual meanings. B, you are either the bitch I'm talking about, or C, you are the eloquent, classy, grounded, earthy, beautiful, intelligent, outgoing, trustworthy queen that harbors these horrible bitches. There is no third. So, with that out of the way, I say we are going, that's hilarious, Frank Green. I say we are going, let me laugh, okay. We are going to do away with the word bitch as of today, forever, as it refers to the foul-mouthed, nasty, trifling, stank ass, cantankerous, vindictive, backbiting, conniving ass gutter snipes. Those people, Chinese sis, you know who I'm talking about. The bitches that can't stand you either. You one of the good ones. I know you. I love you, nigga. You one of the good ones. I'm talking about them gutter snipes I just mentioned. From this point forward, Lisa, we are no longer calling them bitches. We need a word that is, well, it's not being used right now. A word that nobody will find offensive. I say, it's just me. I think I got it. How about instead of bitches, we start referring to because that's all bitch is. Bitch is a shortcut. It's a shortcut, ladies, when we use it. Nobody's going to say foul mouth, foul, stank ass, cantankerous, vile, vindictive, gutter mouth, funky ass, don't take care of her kids, don't let the daddy see him because she's spiteful, tell all your business, can't keep no secrets but hers, can't be trusted with shit, got a sink full of dishes and a car full of junk, ass gutter snipes. Those who drag sisters and give them a bad name. Those who make it hard for the good sisters to find good brothers. We're not calling them bitches anymore. From now on, we're calling them rutabagas. How about rutabaga? I'm going to refer to it as the rutabaga principle. Okay? A rutabaga is a vegetable that you don't even see them in the grocery store anymore. Nobody uses this word. It's over there by itself. I'm going to dust it off. And we're going to start using it for bitch. That way, she can't say, you referring to me as a dog. No. Well, first off, dogs are loyal. No, I'm not referring to you as a female dog. I'm referring to you as a foul-mouthed, foul-ass, vindictive gutter snipe with a horrible attitude and a stanky-ass spirit to go with it for the shit that you have said and done. And I had bitch over there, but you had a problem with that. So we going to leave that behind, and your new word is rutabaga. And you are a funky-ass rutabaga. You ain't letting them babies see them kids because you mad? I mean, you ain't letting them babies see that you ain't letting them babies see their daddy because you mad? You's a vindictive rutabaga. You taking them babies' child support money and spending it on your shit while they raggedy? You're a horrible fucking rutabaga. You out there taking the kids' money that they daddies gave for them to buy Harley parts for the nigga you might happen to be riding this month. He's a trifling ass rutabaga. If you and to shout out to the late great James Hanna, my best friend in comedy and my writing partner. If you will talk the same shit, if you won't talk the shit you talk to your man, that you talk to Layla Ali, shout out Jay Prince. I got you, bro. If you won't talk to, because you know, if you say that same shit in the same energy to Layla Ali, as in Muhammad's baby, and she out in public, y'all at a function, you know, she'll go, excuse me, what did you say? Baby, here, hold these real quick. And knock your funky ass cold. You're a bully ass rutabaga if you doing your man like that. Talking to the rutabagas out there. You's a funky ass rutabaga. And now I'm talking to the queens. Stop with your rutabaga garden. That is your problem. You have created a reality where Mr. Right can't find you because Mr. Right don't like rutabagas, and you, with your dress, with your speech, with the people you are around, do not make a big enough difference between the two of you. So he cannot tell. Y'all will sniper right in. As women, y'all snipers. I like that nigga right there. Us, we grenade launchers. Look at them rutabagas over there. Boom. Them rutabagas over there. That's not Kim, Tracy, Monica, Veronica out with that rutabaga Jackie. That's not how we do it. We know Jackie's a rutabaga. We know the funky ass shit that Jackie do. So by deduction, she gonna do some of that shit with or around you. So use a rutabaga too. That's what we say. That's how we get out. And that's why, because you have created, wow, Jeff Brown, because you have created an atmosphere that is speckled with negative ass, funky ass, disgusting ass rutabagas. You are suffering from the power of a bad atmosphere. Simply because you do not understand the rutabaga principle. Because did you, you would start to clean your atmosphere out. You would stop owning these horrible gutter snipes. You would stop defending them. You would stop thinking that every time that a man has a critique that is female, that you supposed to and then pull your little funky ass sword instead of listening to what he got to say, because he might not be. If you're listening by default, Zero, please write this in the chat for me. By default, if you are listening to a man, not listening to respond, listening to be effective, listening to understand, listening to be compassionate, listening to be productive. If you are listening to a man by default, in that moment, you are not a rutabaga. In that very moment, if you are listening to a man to listen, you are not a rutabaga in that moment. In that moment. Now, I don't know what you go back to being. Who the hell knows what you're going to go back to being? But in that moment, you are far from being a rutabaga. Just for listening. You're on your way to creating a better atmosphere. Now, I did not come on here I did not come on here just to beat up on rutabagas. I ain't come on here to beat up on no rutabagas. I came Hey, Sherelle. Sherelle, meet my sister Shanice. Shanice, meet Sherelle. Sherelle is dope. Sherelle Shanice is dope. That's my goddamn people right there. That's my sister. If I keep talking about her, I'm going to cry. I didn't come on here to just bash the rutabagas. I'm trying to find ways out for you. By default, if you are listening to a man for real, you are not a rutabaga. Real talk. If you can find your way to start separating yourself from them so we can see you. If you can start creating, put this up for me, Zero, rutabaga free zones, ... That you can declare a rutabaga free zone. We know ain't no rutabagas over there. You can start making some rutabaga free zones. We'll start coming to them zones. Hit you some rutabaga free zones. Make you some rutabaga free zones. We need to find some rutabaga free zones. Let me describe what one is. Sisters, get together. I dare you. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Get together and make a potluck of some healthy food that you didn't order out. Get your grandmama them recipes. Get some old people around you that know what they doing with food, even if it's bad food, nigga, even if it's fried chicken. What up, Kay? Even if it's fried chicken, I don't give a shit what it is. You beautiful sisters, put together a get together with the level-headed, won't snap off, grounded, earthy sisters you know. Invite them only. This is an invite only party for ladies. You cannot bring a lady friend. You cannot bring a lady friend, ladies. This is for 10 or so ladies in a particular area that consider themselves not to be rutabagas. Get together away from them rutabaga ass broads, and you know who they are. They in every one of y'all circles. Cut them out on purpose. Cook up some good food. And all of y'all know a good dude. All you stupid Frank Green, all of y'all know a good dude. Tell the good dude to invite a good dude. And cook them good dudes some good food and sit down and watch a dope ass black movie like Love Jones or something. What the fuck's wrong with that? Who's hurt? Who's a victim there? You know what you have just created with your son T, with all of y'all walking around in sundresses and flats with little to no makeup? Woo-hoo-hoo! A rutabaga free zone. You stupid Sherelle. You a rutabaga free zone. That's going to get out. That's going to get out. Make a rutabaga free zone. Now, I didn't bring rutabagas up today just for the sake of beating up on sisters. I brought rutabagas up today because, as I mentioned earlier, I was in Fight Club and there were some brothers discussing how women made them. Yeah. Hold on. Watch this shit right here. Yeah, Shanice. Love Jones, your favorite movie. Now, if you only knew somebody who could cook their ass off, if you only knew 9 more earthy, non-bullshit ass sisters you could pull this off with. Man, imagine. Anyway, it's my sister. They were talking about how these sisters made them violent. And that if a bitch put her hands on me, I'll knock her ass out. If a rutabaga, yeah, that's what we going rutabaga from now on, my bad. If a rutabaga put her hand on me, I'll knock her rutabaga ass out. To my point, at 58, it took a while. I can't lie, it's been a while too. I would say since I was 44. Exactly, sis. But I got all the rutabagas out of my atmosphere. These niggas, yeah, come through, Frank Green. These niggas was talking about getting stabbed, getting hit in the face. Because I create my own reality, I am surrounded from the smallest one at 6 to my mother-in-law, who's none of your business how old. And as far as I can reach, shout out to Don Moore. Shout out to Nyla Jones. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Julie. These are the black women that I work with and network with on a daily basis. That are some of the classiest sisters I've ever met. They dope. Dawn get on my nerves, but I love her still. They I got those people around me, and I have pushed all the rutabagas out. So guess what? I'm not planning to get stabbed or getting my glasses slapped off my face by none of the women in the atmosphere that I created. The atmosphere I created. If you got women and if you over 18 and you got women slapping you in your face and pulling knives on you, well, that can happen in high school. You don't create that particular social reality there. You don't have much control over it. You go to high school with your neighbors usually. That's not your fault. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you start to create the people you're around, and you're around women who will stab you or smack the shit out of you. That's not on the women. Nigga, that's on you. You are being held in the quicksand of the power of a bad atmosphere made by you. If you got a lot of rutabagas doing that to you, be honest. You like rutabagas doing that to you. Be honest. Them rutabagas is just your type. In the words of my Uncle Jerome to his daughter Carmen on her third black eye, maybe a good dude just ain't your type. Maybe a good sister ain't your type. Maybe you need to depend upon arguments out of nowhere over nothing because you are not big enough to face yourself in front of her. Maybe that's what you need. Because you're not big enough to deal with the real problem of why you are upset, which is not over the food or the bowling or the television or whatever the fuck y'all started, but over something that happened to you when you was 9, but you ain't big enough a man today. You still stuck as that 9-year-old boy. So you gonna say some foul shit to her and run her through it. That what you doing? Well, it's lucky you got a rutabaga there. Because guess what? She gonna get triggered by some shit that happened when she was 11. And she coming right back at you with that shit that you so familiar with it. Because your mama used to make you feel like shit. You familiar with it. It just feel good. And she gonna come back at you with some shit like that. And guess what? Nothing positive comes out of that bad atmosphere. Whatever she was good at. Sis, if she was a good chef. Bruh, if he was a great mechanic. Sis, if she could sing her ass off. Bruh, if he was the architect of the century and nobody knew. Ooh, Doc Watson, I'm coming. But do you know what happens to that architecture and that mechanical shop and that singing voice and whatever I said that was dope about the chef? Yeah, I'm high, so I almost lost grip of that one. The chef. Do you know what happens to all of their dreams? They get sucked into the vortex of a bad atmosphere that the two of these people have created. And the shit don't get done. The cake don't get made right. The car don't get finished in time for the car show. The architectural numbers are off. It is found out and he either gets a bad grade or he doesn't get the job. So they don't grow. That black hole of bullshit, they blessings got sucked in and they didn't even see it. Because they just had to get that fucked up vitriol out of each other's mouths. That woman just had to say that shit that burnt him. That nigga just had to make her feel useless. He didn't have a choice, right? He had to go for her throat. He had to. You believe she said that shit to him? And in her rage, because she done seen her aunties get away with it, because she thinks she can do it, shout out to Jay Prince, because she think she can put her hands on him, because everybody know Crazy Charles, right? You know Crazy Charles. That nigga everybody know that's equal opportunity with them hands and will knock smooth fuck out of rutabaga right in front of her daddy. That dude, he don't get that. But the other one, She gonna try him. And she smack him in his face. So what do you think he's supposed to do? In the words of my favorite rapper, the great poet laureate KRS-One, now tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? He does not understand. He has not been taught by his elders, which is what I have learned. He was not taught that as soon, sit tight, J-Hub, we're going to discuss rutabaga when I open the doors of the church. We're going to lay it all out. He was not taught that during a relationship in the early phase, the first time that you have an argument louder than the radio, louder than the television, depending upon how you feel about the girl, you either cut her right there or you have a discussion about the argument. If the discussion cannot be held civilly, cut bait. Nobody told him that. So now, because he didn't have a father to tell him that, or a father to teach him masculine conflict resolution and to be always aware of your power so that it does not eat you. Ledgeo Park, you don't know nothing about that. So your power don't eat you. You weren't taught that. So what do? You ain't gonna smack her, but you push her. She stumbles, as in he got game, and hit her head on the edge of the coffee table. And now you doing 25 with an L. Damn, Uncle Jeff, that's extreme. No, young buck. That is the state penitentiary full of that shit. When you could have still been walking out here with us, if the first time this shit got unruly, we talked about the unruly and it happened again, I don't care how good her cooter is. You gotta go. Had you done that, you would not be here regardless to how fucked up you are. I'm not talking about how fucked up you are. I'm not talking about the fact that you provoke her. Because eventually you're going to have to look at yourself and go, shit, am I provoking this shit? And then deal with you if you on some real shit. I'm talking about you acting like there's some, again, ever heard of the great American black woman shortage? Me neither. There's no shortage. I guarantee you they all have the JJs. All of them. Every one. Now, we can all agree some is better than others. But they all got it. But you couldn't force yourself to be real with yourself because you thought this is what a relationship is supposed to look like. You're wrong, young man. You're wrong. It isn't. I don't care what your mama's relationship looked like with her boyfriends. I don't care what your daddy relationship looked like with your mama, if at all. I don't care what your dumbass friends tell you. You are not supposed to be pushed to the brink of violence with a woman, ever. And if that woman is pushing you, you need to find out what it is that is in her, that is in you. You need to find out what is in her, that is in you, that is triggering you, and grill that shit up. Grill it up. Eat it. Business is booming and everything is cool. I make about a G a week. Fuck school. Don't test me. Don't test me. You know how many conversations I'll shut down with that man's name? Anyway, oh, I know. I froze up J-Hub. J-Hub, you bullshitting, but they need to come up with a weed strain called Mitch McConnell. I'm gonna come up with a froze Mitch, nigga. Yeah, sometimes I freeze, man. I smoke the quality, man. I'm a weed snob. Shout out to Jamie Jones. I'm finna get my boy James. Shout out to Jamie Jones and Jay Phillips. Y'all about to see some monster shit come from where we about to. Oh man, it ain't just me. I run with a council of funky ass Jedi's. You're not creating the proper atmosphere, young man. That's hilarious. You're not creating the the proper atmosphere. The shit you building, the reality you are creating, has these pieces in it. And here's the power of a bad atmosphere. The power of a bad atmosphere on a child. Yeah. We finna flip. Ooh, Jeff Brown. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna open the doors of the church because I could keep going on this. And for those of you, and I again, everybody, I thank you for being here. Let me I'm not doing my shit right here. That's what should be running. GB Funny Style is the Cash App. If you like what you're seeing, hit me up. Give a nigga a piece of change for doing something strange. You need beats. The beats you heard at the beginning of the show, the beats that as a matter of fact, I'm gonna run under a bit of yeah, as I do the last little piece of this before I open the doors of the church on the child. I think this is the perfect shit to play up under it. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I got beats, niggas. You can get them. Oh, thank you, Natalia. If all the beats you hear on my show, I made. If you go back and watch this later, started from the beginning, the first 20 minutes is just beats. Let's get into this real quick. The power of a negative atmosphere on a child. The power of a bad atmosphere on a child. It will make an alchemist of you. Everything you ever been through, good or bad, made an alchemist of you. You take elements that come into your life and you create things with them. If you are doing that in a bad atmosphere, you were brought up in the power of a bad atmosphere. You will be either an alchemist of good, an alchemist of evil, or like most of us, a chaotic alchemist somewhere in the middle, trying to figure it out as you go, not understanding why you are making what you are making. Now that you know that you're making it, since you've been here, you can't lie to yourself anymore. Now that you know that you're making it, why am I making shit like this? It is because you were forged in a bad atmosphere. That horrible broad, them rutabagas you pick, they make a perfect rutabaga shaped groove in the part of your heart that your mama toe out and put cigarette butts out in. They lay right in that perfectly. And you can't figure it out. Why do I keep basically metaphysically dating the same broad? Because her footprint metaphysically is comfortable to you. Well, Jeff, Uncle Jeff, well, what can you say about men? My father wasn't around. Yes. And so now the man you deal with is absent. He too is absent. You find men that are absent of accountability, absent of chivalry, though a great many of you don't deserve it. Absence of trust and faith. And of course, and we're going to get into the folly of monogamy past a certain age. This is folly. He's absent of these things. He does not have them because you didn't see him. And since you didn't see him, you can't recognize his absence of them. And this is not an indictment of you, sis. This is a report of your generation. Many moons ago, when I was 44, I dated a delightful sister that was 27. Jet black, fine as hell. In the military, had her shit together. Funny. Zen Master, that's brilliant. Funny. Everything was cool. For me, it was just too big of a gap socially. 27 to 44 then. There's the music gap. She loved my music. I couldn't stand none of hers. I took her out. This, maybe second date. Took her out, listened to some jazz music. Bought her some dinner, pulled her chair out. Bought her some flowers and took her back to the crib. She was in tears. She literally said that was the first time I'd heard of stuff like that. But I haven't had it. My friends haven't had it. My mom and them used to talk about it and they said it went away. I love that. I understand it ain't out there. It ain't entirely gone. You can bring it out of man. You can find somebody to be good to you. If you just be good and understand that the power of a bad atmosphere, you didn't get now. You got that as a child. As a child. The doors of the church is open. Here's that StreamYard link. You can use that to come on in here. I'm gonna go downstairs and then refresh my it's going by, Shanice. You'll see it under the right here. And going that way. It'll tell you. There you go, right there. GB Funny Style. It's my Cash App. I don't have a Zelle. Come on in here and let's talk about let's get back up here. That's the one. Some can't function without drama and turmoil as their backdrop. Wow. If she'll raise her voice and or a hand to you, LOL, you ain't him. Okay. We're going to talk about that, Natalia. I don't think you're going to like what I'm going to say, but we're going to talk about that. Ooh, I like that one, J-Hub. Who is a rutabaga? Ooh-wee. Frank Green. I don't stand amongst other men who believe women define his man. Man, look here. You're going to have to come on here. We're going to talk about that right there. Let's see. Thank you, Jill. Little Norman Bates syndrome. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to need you to elaborate on that, Zero. I'm going to bring that up later. Can you create alchemy to get out of a bad atmosphere? We're going to definitely talk about that. Yeah. So, I see you there, Johnny West. I need you to sit tight, Doc. I'm going to be right back. We about to get at it. I'll be right back. Put your questions up here. If you got questions, put them up here. All right. I'll be right back. All right. I am back. Let me see. Yeah. I'm in that kind of mood. I'm back. Let me see. Who is that? Frank Green. You got to turn your monitors off because I'm hearing you. I'm had to. All right. Yeah. Get shit right there, young man, because I love how you come on in. Zero bounced out for a hot second. We are back now. Breaking down. Yeah, okay. Your shit is still doing that. You still, come on, Frank. Shit. You still getting the you getting the feedback there. Okay. We up in here on it. I want to know what's on your mind.
That?
Oh, there you go. I ain't hearing shit. That's much better, brother. How are you?
There we go. How you doing?
Good, man. What's on your mind?
Well, like I told you earlier, let me start off with this. You remember I got a good scene from a good old movie. A lot of us probably know about it. But I'm gonna say this to start off before anybody try to anyways, look. Go get your punk ass brother. I go get my daddy. At least I got one, motherfucker. Do you know where that quote came from?
No, where? Put me up.
That's Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood.
Oh wow.
You know when they was in the classroom, and he said, "Man, I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. I ain't from Africa."
Oh yeah.
So before anything starts off, look, I grew up with my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, my great-grandmother, and my great-uncles and everything else. So I'm a strong-knit family. I'm a strong-knit family man. So when I say, yeah, go get your punk-ass brother, I go get my daddy, bitch. At least I got one. It means something to me. And my daddy explained that to me back in 1996 when we sat down and saw the movie for the first time together. And that's my introduction. My name is Frank Green III. Uncle Jeff, salute to you. Peace to the balls. And last time you got on me because I didn't have an avatar. I got my avatar now, a little avatar. That's an excellent avatar too, bro. I call that under construction.
I see you with your Z28 with the
yes sir. 1992 Z28 25th anniversary edition.
Where you at? What city? Where you at?
I'm from Houston, Texas. Born and raised.
Oh hell yeah! So then you can, you can LS that Joker.
I'm trying to explain to my old man the prospects of the LS motor versus this big 454 iron big block he want to throw in that thing, and I'm like, Pops, look, um, I love you, and we've been doing this for a long time, but we need to go LS.
That was one of my first cars.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. It depends upon. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna get back on course. And I'm gonna ask Z to jump in here. Zero. I'm gonna ask you to take the reins for a hot minute while I take Maceo out before I have to clean his goddamn cage. I'm gonna take his little ass out in front, and he's gonna pee right in front of the house. And I'll be right back. The thing about the 454 is it's not a bad option if you're trying to go today. If I was trying to go in a straight line today, fast, I would get some forged pistons, bore that Joker out, forged crank, shot peen rods, and I would build a monster ass nitrous motor out of it.
Yes.
Something that could take up for the fact that it's a fucking boat anchor. I'd put like
it's a boat anchor. Exactly.
It's a fucking boat anchor. It's so heavy. I'm putting I'm gonna put a 200 shot of nitrous on it at least.
No, I want to go 350.
Yeah, 350. Okay. 350
I want to blow that motor up.
Well, no. I want to build it to live because I'm building it in a car that I'm trying to run 8 seconds with.
Be careful because you can torque out your back.
Exactly. See. Here's my thing, Uncle Jeff. I respect what you just said. That is 100. That is the truth. Because
I'm just trying to go straight.
Yeah, you got it. But hey, man, I'm young and frisky. Shit, that's right. My old man is 67 years old.
Right.
I'm like, nah, Pop, let's do this.
You're supposed to do it your way, bro.
What? We gonna do this the way you want to do it because I want to see how it used to go down back in your days. But when we blow this mother up, ooh, let me get.
All right. Let's get back on it.
Let's get back on it. No,
all right, brother Zero. Brother Zero, are you there?
Shout out Zero.
Shout out to my man Zero, man. Good cat. Yeah, Zero. Unmute yourself if you're there, because there's some shit. Yeah, man. Here, I want you to do this, bro. I want you to break down. First and foremost, thanks, brothers, for hanging out. Thanks for. Oh shit, Johnny West just sitting back there. Is he up here?
Yeah, Johnny West. Y'all can't hear me. I've been talking.
Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. I'm making sure everybody's here. Yep. Break down Norman Bates syndrome, and I want y'all to really, really cook that up. I'm gonna be gone. I swear to God, like 2.5 minutes, taking this dog downstairs, letting him pee, and come back up here. But I don't want to have to clean a cage for you niggas. Take it away, Zero.
Hey, any y'all on the panel remember? It's an old movie. It's like it was black and white. It was from a guy named Alfred Hitchcock, right?
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, and he had a movie called Psycho, and the main character,
the original.
The original Psycho. The main character in it, his name was Norman Bates, and the whole premise of the story was, throughout the whole movie, you was thinking that his mother was alive, and he was just wilding out, just murdering females. He had a serious problem. You know what I'm saying? His mother was real abusive to him. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so by the time the way that the thing was done, it was done real smooth. By the time you get to the end of the movie, everybody's thinking that the voice that they're hearing upstairs or whatever talking to him is his mother, and she's wild, she's crazy, she's this psychopath. Come to find out, the mother's dead. She just a dry skeleton, and he's acting. He formed a psychosis of where he kind of split his personality, of where he's himself and his mother.
And
You understand?
that's the same president they set off for Jason in the beginning. Because if you
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
Jason, the first one, his mother wasn't there, but she was there in his head.
I
yeah.
think
It's
I
a
mean,
it's a
in the
Detroit
'80s, man,
movie.
the '80s movies, man, the '80s movies was the shit because they really broke down all that shit.
but
And
it's
Jason Voorhees' first origin story, part one, if you really watch that movie, his mother was always in his head,
Mm-hmm.
but they never talked about his father ever.
Mm-hmm.
You have never
Mm-hmm.
heard anything about Jason's father
The father was
to this
absent.
day.
The father wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of the psychology of the movies about serial killers is that the father wasn't there to teach him how to transition into the different level, father, whatever, grandfather, whatever, into the different levels of manhood, and he was always stuck on the trauma. Whether it's Jason, whether it's Norman Bates,
Pretty
whatever, they
cool,
always
man.
stuck on the
Days. Go
trauma
down the
that the
list.
mother, yeah, that the mother put into him. You know what I'm saying? I would say that that's what a lot of people are suffering. You know what I'm saying? Those movies is based on psychology. I think a lot of brethren suffer from that same vibe. If a female just even get buck a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He go crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a projection of how society's actually been developing to since the media first, I mean, really got into it. I mean, if you because look at it like this. The mainstream media and propaganda and everything that's been pushed into certain psyches started damn near 100 years ago. If you go back 100 years ago and you start at the beginning, that's when you see it. They try to portray men, especially black men, as the boogeyman. Hell, the whole boogeyman dialect, I mean, the whole boogeyman concept was based upon a dark skinned black motherfucker that's coming in your shit and taking over and really trying to doing the most diabolical shit that is comprehensive to any man, any woman. And they painted us as the broad picture of, look, this nigga finna come up in your shit and take your shit and fuck your shit over and ride out into the sunset. But then they also had the cowboy films. And it was like, okay, here's your savior.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a white savior.
Yeah, 100
Always
years
somebody
ago.
who. Go ahead, brother.
100. No, no, no. I was saying, yeah, like you said, 100 years ago. That's when the motion pictures and the TV started. So I can dig what you're saying. What is that? The propaganda. You know what I'm saying? So to speak. Hey, what was that? What was that?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I mean, I just had a dinner with my grandmother. My grandmother's 101 years old. We had a
Mhm.
nice little banquet and everything for her, and we was going over some of the things that she experienced in the past, but we didn't, deep dive into it. But certain clips and man, your granny 101 years old. You're supposed to celebrate that shit. I mean, that's
Mhm.
phenomenal. My
Mhm.
grandfather, Frank Green, the junior, he passed when he was 96 years old. So I've been having, these OGs in my life for a long time.
Mhm.
And my grandfather was a master carpenter, and he built a foundation not only within the community, but within the family that just really stuck with us. And it's different when you don't have that. And growing up, I remember back in middle school and high school and shit when, you know, folks you say, man, you lucky to have your dad in your life. I'm like, damn, I got my uncles, I got my grandfather, I got my grandparents, I got everybody in my life.
yeah,
And when they said you're lucky, my granddaddy and my daddy told me, look, that's not luck. I
Oh,
didn't understand what it meant back then, but now that
yeah.
I'm knocking on 40 and it
I was blessed enough to even know my great grandfather. I mean, my great grandfather, my grandfather right now, who is 95. and my father. I knew all three of them. Had great relationships with all three of those men. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah, like I got all types of game. That's why I look at life differently than most people.
And they
Like
think we don't have this.
right, and they
That's the thing.
don't.
That
Well,
in the media, they
that's
spread
but
this
you
shit
said it. You
like we
said it
don't have
earlier.
this.
The propaganda. Like that's what. It was a time, right, where people, comedians would tell a joke, and it just be a joke, right? And then I noticed a shift in the culture where people started believing the joke and actually emulating the joke and started like actually becoming the stereotype or the joke. You know what I'm saying? The stereotype
The
was just
funniest
like
joke
about
sometimes is the one that reflects reality. That's the
yeah.
funniest shit when you know it's a joke, but it's the reality that you're dealing with.
Well, no,
Yeah.
okay. Hold down, Zero. Kind of. And I'm back, niggers. I'm back. I think what Zero is getting, what he's getting at is not the truth in the meat of the joke, but the person becoming the caricature of the joke itself.
Mm-hmm.
Mudbone.
Yes,
See
there you go.
nowadays everybody is like ghetto. Remember, there was a time where there was a distinct line, especially in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Between those who like considered themselves like ghetto or ghetto acting, or and those who didn't. Right now, we don't have that line like we did before.
because
Uncle
of
Jeff.
our media though.
Uncle Jeff.
Understand
Yes,
that.
Oh,
sir.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, brothers, but Uncle Jeff,
Yes, sir.
can you've been in the game for a long, long time,
Yeah,
and I respect that.
yeah.
And I know you got the history behind you. Can you talk about Mudbone real quick?
Okay. Let's.
I mean, go ahead, just drop that out there real quick, because I know
Okay.
you
Let me
OG.
put it out there in the context of what Zero was discussing. In Zero's context of becoming a caricature. I don't see you, Bruce. God damn it. Yeah, Bruce. I don't see you backstage, bro. I would let you in, but I don't see you. Let me see. Make sure. Yeah, I don't see you. Anyway, the and I'm gonna let him take it away again if he has some more on it, and then we're gonna get into some of these other topics in here. Becoming a caricature of who the joke was about. Mudbone is a prime example of it. Mudbone was this genius character. It's a genius. You just go on YouTube and look up Mudbone Richard Pryor. It was this old man character that Richard Pryor did that was fucking amazing.
Salute.
And he was this old alcoholic dude, but he had all the wisdom and stories in the fucking world. And people listened to him, but people understood that Mudbone was a cautionary tale, that's not what you want it to be. Now imagine if people listened to Mudbone and understood that Mudbone was around us and we all knew a Mudbone, but everybody started aiming at becoming Mudbone. I think that would be the best way to dovetail it back into what you were talking about, Zero.
Exactly. That's exactly what you you eloquently circled that back in. Yeah. So it's funny because this conversation is being had all over, right? I peruse through a lot of rooms. I'm actually doing like a research paper on YouTube, right?
Okay.
I just do that. I'm a super research writer, technical writer, right? English is my second language, so I'm not as smoothly articulate. So in English, so I like to
What
be
is your
amongst
first
people who
language?
are. Well, I have, my father is from West Papua, so I speak Korowai. You know what I'm saying? I was born and grown in West Papua at first, and then I immigrated to the U.S. and then went
Okay.
into the military. Yeah, I immigrated like about 9, 10 years old.
I never would have known that. I never would
So,
have known
man, I got a crazy story, but I don't want to get into to all of that right now. But the
Okay.
interesting thing is that all of these rooms, like Fight Club and other rooms, they say this thing where they say like there's a white YouTube and a black YouTube.
Sure.
And I beg to differ. I think it's the way that we perceive in ourselves and the positioning that we place ourselves in. They'll say things like, well, white YouTubers, they making millions of dollars, and they not going through all of this stress that we going through, and it's because of the game plans that these creators are running. It's the reason why they're going through the stress that they're going through. So I've been researching it real hard, right? Like studying like what's the difference between why Mr. Beast is going through what he's going, or other people are going through what they're going through, and then other people are personalizing it and saying it's a black thing, and you got this white force in YouTube that's against them. I beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's all about what you're able to perceive and what your mind is focused on. You know what I'm saying? What you're putting out. It's like if you're gonna be if you're gonna label yourself or put yourself out as the caricature, if that's what you're selling, if you're gonna forward yourself as the clown, then you can't get frustrated when you want to elevate beyond the clown and the audience that built you up don't want you to elevate. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're experiencing all around. So I was saying that I've noticed that people are becoming these caricatures, and they're acting like that's more real than like I guess the Mudbone caricature is more real than a just average everyday hard working person. And they say the worst shit about themselves. They say black people is this, black people is that. Man, I met so many people in my life, internationally, locally, regionally, and it's like that shit irks me when people come up just from their own experience and try to say that this is how everybody is. And I'm telling you, there's a mobile huge portion of the population that you're not witness to because you have blinders and actually don't even believe they exist. It's information out here that people don't even think is available because in the world that they come from and the experience that they've been raised in. It's like you were saying earlier about the fucked up situations that our parents raised us in, and you said some smooth shit about how some of us are, I guess, like are not fucked up. Some of us are fucked up, and then some of us are like right down the middle, of where we're going back and forth through the chaos trying to figure it out. And I think that's the truest thing. I don't think there's a Sith. I don't think there's a Jedi. I think the best thing to be is the gray, the
Yeah.
middle,
Yeah.
the center vibration. But if you keep forcing yourself to believe that it's this big bad boogeyman that's out here against you, then it's going to get real. It's like Freddy Krueger. It's going to be a real big bad. But I'm talking about people that's making like $10,000 a month, crying about their situation or about the way that they perceived, and they control it all.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there, because that runs me into, I'm not doing these in any particular order. Malika Stafford's question. I hope she's still in here. Can you create alchemy to get out of a bad atmosphere? And I really
No.
want to hear. Okay, that's a no. from you, Frank. What say you there, young Master Jedi in training, really trying to get him from pulling his sword out all the goddamn time, Bruce? What do you say about that? Can you create alchemy to get out of a bad atmosphere? What do you think?
I'm about to say, I believe you can create an environment to get out of some bullshit or to keep bullshit away from you as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't believe that keeps the rain from trying to get in. It's gonna try.
Ooh,
it wouldn't be raining if it didn't try.
That don't keep the rain from trying to get in. Okay, I'm gonna need you. Okay, no, I ain't gonna make you do that. I ain't gonna make you do that, young man. But that's no. You know what? I am. Go deeper. Go deep. Okay. What do you mean? Make the rain get in? Get at it. What's the rain? Define the rain for us.
Well, a lot of people believe in karma, right? And they just if you do good things will happen. And it's like, yeah, but explain a bad day.
That's called dharma.
It's like it doesn't quite cover everything if you only believe in karma, right? Like I mean, somebody that didn't do nothing, kid was born with cancer and is gonna die. You tell me what you could have done in your lifetime. How many kids you had to beat up when you was a kid to deserve your child dying? Like, explain that to me.
Well, I'll say something because I'm on the opposite side of both of y'all. Y'all said no.
Okay, sit tight. Sit tight. We have 0, 0, 0. I need. Okay, you're on a yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Frank Green, you said no, and you brought in Dharma. Hit both of them for me, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, well, dharma. Okay, you can't have karma without dharma. Most people always karma is a buzzword these days because they really don't understand what the hell that shit means. Karma. Okay, well, guess what? You got the opposite. It's called dharma. Now, what you display in life dictates what the hell you get and what you have to put up with after your karma is served. Everybody ain't gonna get their karma when you expect it to, because you cannot put karma on somebody else. That's not up to you. So doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do, that's called integrity. So when you build something, if it falls down, what are you gonna do when it falls down? Are you gonna be that bitch ass motherfucker, that bitch, that rutabaga who says, you know what, I need somebody else to take care of everything I do, no matter what the circumstances is, even though I put myself in this position. And next thing you know, you sleeping in somebody else's carport, under their garage, on the curb, because you waiting on karma. I ain't got time to wait on karma. Time waits for no man. No woman, and that's what it's really based upon. Now, the dharma you get, look here, if you did, it starts with a D. What you do and what you don't do is gonna come back on your ass, and you can blame it on anybody else. You can blame it on my parents didn't raise me right, my mama didn't raise me right, my daddy didn't raise me right. Man, I got a fucked up woman. I'm sitting putting my dick in every damn 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? So she ain't doing me right. You wonder why she out there in them streets. Now, to go back to what you was explaining earlier, Uncle Jeff, about bitches, rutabagas. I don't see it.
You can't do that. You can't do. We're gonna get to rutabagas in a second. I want Brother Zero said no to or I forget, but he had the reverse response.
I said yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I said yes.
Okay.
And
so
I say that with the understanding of why my brothers say no, right? And I want to tell my story, right? Just a brief version of my story, so y'all understand where I'm coming from. Because sometimes when I have my stances, people were thinking that I'm coming from this foreign angle that doesn't understand, right? I was born in West Papua in the jungle, right? I immigrated to the United States at around 7, 8 years old, right? A jungle boy, and it was pushed right into New York City school system, right?
What part of New York?
Huh?
What part of New York?
Brooklyn. My first immigration to the United States, I lived in 32nd Avenue in Flatbush between Beverly and Tilden. All
What
right.
year?
So this is like in the
That's a
70s.
good story. What year? What year, brother?
In
I
the
hate to
in the
keep interrupting you, but what year, man? So we can put it in perspective.
listen what I'm saying. I say in the 70s, and let me get to it before I lose it. In the 70s, I'm not too far from Jeff's age. All right. So
I'm
so
58.
so right and I'm 50, I'm 55. So so
Yeah,
so
blessings.
check it. So I immigrated here to the States, and the first thing, I had a strong mother, very wise, strong woman. She was highly educated from the country. She came from Belize. That's why I live in Belize right now. You understand? My father's from West Papua. Belize is a commonwealth in the British
Yeah,
Empire.
these are
So
beautiful. That's
what you'll
beautiful.
have is that white people don't have the temperament and the ethnotype to go into jungle areas to fight their own wars. So they will dispatch units that's made from people that come from jungle areas. They call them
Yeah, yeah,
Gurkhas,
yeah,
and so
Gervais,
on,
yeah.
different. And my father was a physician, a Gurkha physician, and he came to Belize and met my mother, and that's how I was born. So that's how I'm from both. That's how I have why I live here now, and how I have connection to both those heritages. But let me let
Can
me
I
let
ask
me
you a
move
question
forward.
though?
Hold on. Let me move forward. Not to cut you, but I don't want to forget, because it's something I wanted to say, and then I'll fall back so you can speak. So when I came into the U.S. school system, the first thing they wanted to do is put a jungle boy on Ritalin, right? I was according amongst my people, I'm on genius level. When I came here, they wanted to set me back and say I was overly hyper, and they wanted to give me this drug called Ritalin. My mother was a health professional. She knew what that shit was. She said, hell no. You understand? They pulled
Yeah,
me
but
out of
this is
New
in
York
New York,
system.
right?
Right. They pulled me out of New York system, and then we moved to Washington, D.C. And what they did was they said that, hey, the way that this system is, the only place that he's going to thrive. Well, something else happened between that. I went away for 2 years to a boys' reform school for stabbing an American dude that was that was trying to well, he threatened to
You
rape
trying to
me, and in
bogart
my
you.
culture,
Yeah, you trying to
well,
fuck you
listen,
over.
listen,
Yeah.
he threatened to rape me. So in my culture, that's fighting words. So I got a steak
And that's
knife,
any
went to
culture.
school, and when he approached me, I juked him, and they put me away for 2 years in boot camp or reform school, right?
Yeah.
So
I
like
was in boot camp myself.
I got out about like 11, 12 years old, and my parents said, hey, he's already on this crazy trajectory, not because he's a bad kid, but because there's misunderstanding already. So what we're going to do is put him into a military academy. So I never went back to
Mm,
regular public schools. They put me
yeah,
into,
yeah, yeah.
which is the best thing to save my life. You understand?
Yeah, they used to
I
call it
come
Project Recovery back in my days.
I come from tradesmen. Every man in my family and my culture can build. They can work on their own cars. They masonry, everything. It's not like, oh, I'm this or that. They can do everything. And then from like in when they transition from youth into manhood, that's when they start pursuing academia. You understand? So at first,
Yeah.
I've been set, in that way. I'm very skilled, and right. So to make a long story short, I'm a PhD level academic professor. You understand? I work with University of Belize. You know, you can go to my page and see all of the things that I'm doing to vet me. Everything I'm telling you is 100%. I went into the United States Marine Corps, served as a combat veteran for years, and stacked my chips educationally. But I never was a book person, like a sit down at the desk type of person. I always been what, for lack of a better word, a field nigga. But what I did was
Hey,
I mastered
hey. Ain't nothing wrong with being a field Negro.
I mastered that.
Nothing
So
wrong with
so
that
so
at
so
all.
to answer the alchemy question, I mastered that. We saw a problem, we addressed it.
And you saw it
They
and
gave
you
they,
addressed
they
it.
gave me my parents sent me in a certain trajectory, and I used that trajectory to get from A to B. You understand? I would have never gotten to PhD level or being on the expert consultant level that I'm on right now. Just sitting at a desk and going through the books and doing it through the academic level. You understand? I always struggled with the way English people talk and comprehend shit. Even when we talk about words like karma and dharma, right? I'm from the East, right? The East has hundreds of thousands of years of thorough explanation of what those things are. But in the United States, if you study it in English, you don't know what the fuck it is. No matter how smart people think they are about it, they don't know what it is because they haven't tapped all of that thousands and thousands of years of commentary. You know what I'm saying? That, they're missing out a lot about what it really is, going off of some colonists' translation of what karma and dharma is, man. This stuff is like very deep. It's ingrained in my being. Alchemy is real. You understand? I've changed my life. I do alchemy and change and shift realities every day. Now, the thing that Bruce was saying about, okay, why do you have a bad day? Well, that's a part of it. The karma is not an instantaneous, or dharma. They're not instantaneous. This is like forever. This is the eternal, call it the Akashic records. This is the eternal mind of all minds. You understand? All of this information and these concepts tie into those things, right? So it's like you're not gonna get. It doesn't work where, okay, I do good and then nothing bad happens to me. Nah, it's that what happens is it's like a bank. The things that you do are like investments for the time when you need them, not what anybody else is interpreting about it or anything. The alchemy that you put into play, you understand, can help you 30, 40 years later. And I'm telling you that as a 55-year-old man, I see things that I invested my 20s, decisions that I made in my 20s are the reason why I'm walking around.
Now I gotta cut you off. Wait a minute. You are the brother. You are the individual that I would love to send my children to have them be taught by what you're speaking. Honestly, yes. I would send my son, my nephew, and Uncle Jeff. You know about my nephew. I talked about my nephew before on your channel. I would send him to you to get instruction. Now, the thing I don't like is brothers like you, they don't get no voice. They don't teach among, where it needs to be taught. Where it needs to be taught. I mean, where it needs to be taught.
Bruh, I gotta stop you,
No,
Frank.
you gotta
Stop you.
Can I,
Here's-
What I
hold
would say
on.
is,
Let me finish, because I got to get this man his flowers real quick.
Okay.
Come on, one
All right.
time. Let me go on and finish. Let me finish. Now, that is exactly what needs to be taught. What needs to be heard to young black, you know what? Beyond black, to anybody growing up in this day and age. Generation Z, Generation Y is coming up. And it's sad to say that, yes, it's a lot of people who do not understand how to properly raise your offspring. You need that generational.
So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
look, bro,
Go ahead.
you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But what I'm telling you is, and then we got to move to the next topic. What
Can
I'm
I say
telling you.
something? No, y'all left me out, man. I was
And
trying.
Oh shit,
I
my
mean
bad, my
I
bad.
mean to take
Man,
up
hey,
so
he
much
was going
time,
off,
yo.
man. He was good, man.
Let
Hey,
me say
salute
this.
to you,
Hold
brother.
on,
That
fellas.
was
Hold on.
great.
Let me say this, and then we gonna let Johnny hit it, and then we gotta move forward because I want to. There's some dope shit here. I want to get it covered as much as I can. Um, what you're saying, what you talk about, man, is really where it starts, and it starts with you, Frank, and your nephew, and his friends, and dudes like y'all, bringing these young bucks to not just me, to us, to Zero, bro. Let me tell you something. There is a cast of Jedis that me and Zero run with. That we are the tip of the spear. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, uh, get them youngins, here. This where it's not being taught. It's easy to say on a grand scale what's fucked up. You get your nephews. You get your nephews and a couple of their friends. Number one, especially if they're youngsters, man, we got to get with them. Our life coach, bro, it's going by right under you. It's going by right under you. Ask Uncle Jeff at Gmail. Reach out to brothers that you know are there. That's the answer, because it sure as hell ain't gonna be no horn sounds that goes, okay, we were just playing with all this white supremacy and this building a surf class again. We're actually going to teach the young black men what they need to know. That's not going to happen, and it's not going to sound anything like that. It has to start with you. Now, brother Johnny West, what was on your mind, brother? You was talking about wanting to chime in on this question right here, and then we gotta push forward.
I believe you can most definitely change your atmosphere with alchemy, because
Okay.
it's all about balance, man.
Mhm.
You know, once you experience how fucked up something can be.
Yeah, turn your mic up.
Can you hear me now? Is
That's
that better?
much better. Excellent.
Okay, yeah. Once you experience how fucked up something can be, or like how fucked up an environment can be, it'll most definitely push you to get something better if you built like that. Now, if you built like, you just gonna bow down, then you're not gonna try to do better. And some people just can't, ain't built like that. And I do feel like it's the victim mentality that they push on us. You feel what I'm saying? You can't be a victim out here, man, because it ain't nothing but sharks out here, and you gonna get ate.
Sure. Okay. Let's slow down. I want to welcome another brother to the chat that I met over in Fight Club, and just plain damn don't hear enough of his unfettered opinion. And I'm gonna go ahead and give him, from what I've been hearing say over there, I'm gonna go ahead and give him Junior Jedi status. Omni Electra joins us, and you ain't got to be over here on that bashful shit over here, Omni. You can speak your fucking mind over here, and ain't nobody gonna cut you off. I want to hear what you got to say. Lay back just a second. We're about to go to what I want, the one I really wanted to express today, and I don't know if you were here for it. J Hub asked the question, who is a rutabaga? And earlier I was going through the rutabaga principle, so I'm gonna go through it right now, and I want you cats to tear into it in no particular order. The word bitch has been for too long used to describe the women that we don't like, and they have been able to hide behind the fact that the word was repulsive, and they can recoil from just the word itself. So I have set them free from that, and from now on, we are going to bitch was just a shortcut for foul-mouthed, cantankerous, vindictive, conniving gutter snipe. Nobody wants to say that every time, especially if they only mean pieces of it to describe the woman they're talking about. So, since bitch is such an offensive word, I took the word rutabaga, since nobody was using it, blew some dust off it, and now officially the bitches we were talking about are now funky ass rutabagas. So this is the rutabaga principle. I am going to move forward on the rutabaga campaign. Y'all gonna be able to get some gear. I'm working on some slogans and some shit to go with rutabagas for sisters that is nice and beautiful, but you're gonna have to live up to it. Let's see now. I want y'all to tell me one, how you feel about dropping the word bitch from your vocabulary and using the word rutabaga if you think I'm onto something. And I want your thoughts, gentlemen, in no particular order. Let the blood hit the floor.
I say no real quick, and I'm saying this. I woke up to a bitch ass nigga sleeping under my carport after I told that motherfucking bitch ass nigga last Thursday, dude, you homeless, you fucking up, get your shit together, just like my daddy was telling me. But he still woke up and under my carport.
Okay, slow down. Another
Uncle
subject.
Jeff, I texted you earlier. You know, I was in the chat earlier. I said, yeah, I got something to say.
Okay, I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you.
So I'm gonna stop right now. I'm gonna stop.
Stop. I gotta stop you. You are describing a whole nother gender. Let me be clear. Perhaps I wasn't clear. Women only. That you used to use the word bitch to describe. We are now using the word rutabaga because it was just sitting there, and we're not using bitch anymore. Does anyone have any words to that? Any objections to it? What's their thoughts? Vino, I had to mute you because it sounds like you just jumped out of an airplane and haven't opened your shit yet. Is that you?
Like
No.
too much.
Let's see. No, that wasn't Vino. That was somebody that, it sounds like you jumped out of the airplane. So, let me hear your thoughts, gentlemen.
No, I can't give up. I can't give it up, Unc.
Okay.
I can't give it up, Unc. I'm sorry.
Uncle Jeff. First of all, shout out to the panel. Salute to the panel. Uncle Jeff.
Okay. Right on, bro.
I appreciate the introduction. And you said Junior Jedi Knight status?
Yeah, I say just coming. Usually, I don't give no passes out. I wait and let them see where dudes are, and then I give them a Junior Jedi badge, and they work their way up. And everybody else, it's some Master Jedis in here, some Senior Jedis, some Jedis in training. I'm gonna go on and get you. You coming right off the gate. I'm gonna have to go and get you are not a Jedi in training. I'm gonna let you jump on above that. You are you get your when you walk in here, the first level is Junior Jedi, and I am sure as we speak, right where you're supposed to be is where we will be hearing you, and you will move up the ranks, brother. To say the least, I am impressed with where you have to come from in the in Fight Club. I just don't think you need to speak up.
Jeff, you there? And we lost.
I just be goddamn if I didn't throw my own ass out of my own shit. How did that happen?
Did we lose him?
Shit happens.
Okay.
Yeah, touching shit. I'm touching shit, trying to get shit the way I want it to be. Let me see where you at, bro. Where you at? There you are. Okay. Let me get everybody. God damn it, Big Vino fell out. Let me get Big Vino back in. Okay, you back in here. Let Omni. I'm gonna let Omni run, man. What's on your mind with the rutabaga principle, dog?
Yeah, I don't think I can ride with it, and the reason why.
Another one. All right, go ahead, bro.
There's something about a well-placed bitch, and also we going it's got to be shorter. We going from one syllable to three, like you know what I'm saying? Rutabaga.
4 actually.
Yeah, four. So we going to 4 syllables. for a bitch. It could be quick and painless, or you could drag that I out. There's too many things that you can do. It's too dynamic of a word. I ain't rocking with the rutabaga.
Okay, that's fair. And understandable. It is a very, and I get it. I get it at first, gentlemen. I get it because it is a very, very heavy sword to wield because it literally, when you use it properly, they have nowhere to go. Okay? These people have nowhere to go when you use what the hell is happening? When you use the term okay, I'm fucking around. When you use the term rutabaga, they can't say shit. Now maybe I can find it that they can't, and it has to be. You can. I mean, I suppose you can use the two if you like. If you can use it to describe, you can use it use rutabaga this way then. Look, bitch, I need you to understand as I'm calling you that with a good, well-placed look, you extremely caustic, extremely unreliable, foul mouth, flat-foot bitch I can see how you would mean that. But let her know that I am separating you from the female dog. I am separating you from my mama. You got to stand on your own as a fucking rutabaga.
As a rutabaga.
And you got to stand your rutabaga ass up here, bitch. I mean, you can do that.
May I interject, Unc? Can I step in?
Is that Big Vino? Absolutely,
This
sir.
is Big Vino.
Okay.
So, I'm so glad you brought this to the table today because I literally no more than 3 to 4 hours ago was explaining this very same premise to a rutabaga. You see, I use the word bitch in a connotation which more describes the inconvenience or frustration the object puts in my life. So therefore, a bitch is non-binary and non-gender specific because there are men that are bitches, there are women that are bitches, and there are inanimate objects that are bitches. If this car won't start your bitch ass up.
Sure. Agreed with all of that. Young man, I got to stop you right there. I agree with you. But the problem is, the reason that we have an issue is that bitch is a word that has many meanings.
Yeah.
And if you let those other meanings in, you also have to allow female dog. And the problem with that is that it leaves the very bitches you talking to an out because you have referred to them as a term that can mean other things. Rutabaga don't mean shit but your behavior. You can't hide behind you meant female dog. You can't hide behind, well, are men rutabagas too? No, rutabaga. Ain't no men in this category. This means those with ovaries that are also foul-mouthed, cantankerous, ugly-spirited, funky-ass gutter snipes like you. You are a rutabaga, and you can't run.
That's why I'm willing to give it light, because that's exactly what I was saying. We've let them hide too long behind the word bitch, because we have at this point given up the fact that there are bitches in this world. There are people who do fucked up shit, and that is a bitch. But you can't hide, and I love you for that, Uncle Jeff. I want to give you an applause. Rutabaga. Now I'm not sure, but I believe a rutabaga is a vegetable, the root vegetable.
Yes,
I'm willing to go with it.
Bruh, rutabaga is an old school. Rutabaga is nigga. You ain't heard rutabaga. Rutabaga went out before I stopped riding a bike. I mean, it's such an old word that it feels so guttural. You rutabaga. You can really rutabaga ass. Oh my God. I just, and it was sitting dormant. Now, if you can find a better dormant word before I start putting this shit into full effect, yes, but there needs to be a dormant word that the bitches you talking about can't run from.
Yeah.
Big brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me add something real quick, right?
Sure.
So in my region of the world, right, we got wonderful words like bummaklat and rasklat and
Yaman, Raskli.
skunt and pussy hole and things like that, right? What I'm gonna say to you is that changing the, because you're a military man,
Yeah.
changing the nomenclature, changing the word doesn't change the nomenclature, and the word is important because it is attaching them to a female dog. That's the importance of the word. You understand? Is you're letting them know that you're not acting human. You acting like a female dog. When I look around,
slow down, right there, Zero. Absolutely, believe me. I believe that your behavior is beneath that of a female dog and over into that of a hyena. Female dogs are loyal. Female dogs take care of their puppies. Female dogs don't bite the hands that feed them. So I understand what you're saying.
They don't.
And I understand, and I'm gonna let you back at it. I understand that, but the whole reason for me bringing this up is because whether or not it makes sense is not the issue. It isn't the issue that you make sense. The issue is from those who choose not to make sense, who look for any out, any way to make shit ambiguous. So to get rid of that ambiguity, I am willing to sacrifice the female dog end to cut that off and come up with another word that means just your ass and nothing else.
Let me say it to you. Let me show you how much I love you, right?
My man.
As a father, right? As a loving husband, a brother, right?
Yeah.
I feel for the wincing and the energies and the way that word makes the women that I love in my life feel, right?
Sure.
But because of the nomenclature of the word, I had to bring all the women in my life to a certain level of overstanding, or where I don't really give a fuck about kowtowing to somebody who doesn't have self-respect and is actually moving like a female dog. Now I'm visceral because I live in the jungle, right? When I drive around the jungle road,
yeah,
the bitches I see running around these jungle roads, they'll bite you, they'll run from house to house to get food, they're not loyal. You talking about American domestication. So in that light of American domestication, see, I can agree with where you coming from. But what I'm saying is the reason why we're here is because domestication has made us soften up our language, has made us soften up our representation of what good and evil is. You understand? And I think the more we do that, the more we put ourselves in fucked up predicaments. You understand? You're not supposed to cater to the devil. A brother in the chat said we should call them parademons or demons. So if you're going to change the word, I think it should be something, while rutabaga is hilarious, I think it should be something that's on par with why you would even use that word to explain another female or talk to a female in the first place. You understand? If we try to make it where it's easily digestible, is bullshit. And I'm gonna say one thing. And I'm gonna say one thing.
Hold on. I want you to keep going. I'm gonna need you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what you saying is rutabaga don't stink enough.
Nah, it gotta be.
You gotta
it has to. See, the reason why it works. See, I know bitches who not bitches no more because bitch work.
Ooh.
You understand? See, bitchcraft. Everybody don't understand that they practicing bitchcraft.
Exactly.
Because it's just their norm. But when you bring them into environments where bitchcraft is just like how, like in the States, Black Americans talk a lot about white supremacy, right? Everywhere I go in the world, I have white people wrapped around my finger. You understand? Because I didn't kowtow to them, and I didn't submit to them, and I don't code switch with them. I am what I am. This is where I come from. If you want my expertise, this is how I'm going to give it to you. And the funny thing about it, even from reform school, when I went to reform school, all the crackers wanted to help me because I didn't bow down. And what I'm telling you is, don't bow down. Make it equal. Equal funky, equal, something, because these words are crafting us. You understand? And if you take it away, you understand, you're gonna have a bunch of motherfuckers just like they, them, she, shem. There's gonna be a bunch more confusion. We should not confuse shit. Stoicism is this. It is what it is. You understand? And that's honestly, Stoicism is really a firm basis for manhood. It is what it is. We can't afford to be shifting and changing it, and now we can choose where we use it and who we use it with. You understand? But we man, I think it's a mistake.
Y'all do know the white boys got a name for it, right? The white boys be calling them women cunts, and I was like, God damn, that's some shit.
That's a delicious word when you. But it only works on white women.
It only works on white women. Like it's a
down here we say skunt, mother skunt. That's it. It's like your mother's cunt.
I do want to say what build on what Zero talking about. Like, y'all was talking about earlier of them trying to maneuver the men out the house and the women raising the kids and all of that. They know what they doing with that. That's how they getting away with what they doing now. So that's part of the plan. That's not an accident that this is happening. This is all part of the plan. The men, as soon as the men stop being men, that's when everything goes crazy.
Yeah. We should master where we use language. We should master where we use language.
Words appropriately, yes.
Yeah, and use them appropriately. You understand? So that's why
I say this to everyone. I say what you mean and mean what you say. Words have meanings.
And exactly. And that's the funny thing about a lot of predicaments we in.
Hold on. Thought just came to me, guys. Please understand. I have no allegiance to the people we refer to as bitches. This is not the bitch safety wagon. I am not dropping a Huey in the middle of a hot LZ to rescue these bitches. That is not what I am saying. I am saying that although I love him, Oakland, home of the rock, 8 woofers in the truck beating down the block, Too Short, I love him. But he has done us a disservice with Blow the Whistle. If you play Blow the Whistle today, booming out your truck good enough, and drive by a black church with the doors open, whether they say it or not, from the first lady back to the usher board, they are all thinking, bitch,
everything.
Right where it go.
I know a bitch that don't like nobody, don't let nobody call her a bitch, and when Blow the Whistle come on, she will scream bitch. That's why I don't.
To the top of their fucking lungs. Nobody's gonna yell rutabaga because it doesn't. There's no positive way to spin it. They spin bitch positive when they talk to each other. They spin. They look at bitch and can call you a bitch to your face. They cannot call you a rutabaga because you don't have any ovaries.
What if that's how white people feel about niggas? They like, damn, these niggas done. Damn it.
They do. Shit, that's how they feel.
Exactly.
All the time. Because when we fuck with their language, they understand that we fucking with spells too. That's why they don't like us fucking with our own words or making our own meanings for things. Like we got a couple. Me and my squad, we got a couple. But it's like, so I understood. That's why you ain't asked me, but I was with you because it was a specific term for a specific thing. That was a bunch of things, but you couldn't use it in no other way. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Right.
It makes sense. Wait a minute. I gotta say something real quick.
The bitch ass car or the bitch ass dude or the punk ass bitch. It didn't replace none of those. It was the specific one that we talking about. I'm like,
you can't think shit else.
Look here. I'm gonna tell you like my granddaddy, like my daddy used to say. You see that goddamn car on my profile? If you can't do shit to that car, as far as changing the oil, the brakes, the motor, the interior, anything to that motherfucker right now, you a bitch motherfucker to me. How about that?
That's fair.
If you can't do nothing to the car in my profile,
damn man,
don't talk to me.
Agreed.
I'm a bitch motherfucker, bro. Damn.
I mean, really, don't talk to me. That says so much to me. If you're not willing to dictate anything, even if you gotta pay somebody to do it, to change the color, to change the motor, to change the suspension, to really work on that vehicle in my profile picture right now. Look here, I'm looking at you like you a bitch.
Okay, and I understand.
Because I can do everything in that car in my power to make it work. That's what pisses me off. Hold on, No,
no, you can't hold on me here. Sit tight, young man. Jedi, stand down. Okay, we got it's time constraint. It's not agreement. I agree with you. I'm talking about how much time I got in the hourglass, nigga. I got shit I got to cover because I want to cut it together later and be able to use what you said on Instagram. You're right. I feel you in a certain vein. If you can't, I'm gonna stretch it beyond car. I'm gonna stretch it to boat or plumbing or some. If you are not a useful man, use a bitch. You got to be useful somewhere, nigga. Maybe you can't. It's a goddamn shame if you can't change a tire. But maybe you can't change a tire. Maybe you can't do brakes. I think it's, you ain't talking about me, bro. Because I'll jack them up on all fours and put 4 mason jars under each one of the brake bleeder valves with a piece of a line going into the mason jar with the brake fluid right where it needs to be, and stomp them brakes and get rid of all of the air and water out of the brake system at one time and bleed the brakes with 4 jack stands on some of that shit. Sure.
Okay. Hey,
but that's me. Hold on, Brother Zero. That's me in that place. But what if you are useful as a plumber or useful as a draftsman or useful some fucking where? If you ain't useful nowhere, use a bitch. Use a bitch made ass dude. But that's the problem. I want a word that does not mean anything other than foul mouth, cantankerous fucking gutter snipe. I don't want the word to have any other meaning. And if we gotta make it up from scratch, I don't give a fiddler's fuck. But it has to describe these women specifically. Bitch is not enough.
That's why that's a good one, because I got one, I call it Thunder Cooch.
Yeah, Thunder Cooch.
And nobody knows. I went and tested it on the beach and was like, I bet you got that Thunder Cooch, huh, girl? And the fact that they all thought it was a compliment was just delicious.
Right.
What about hotch? Like whole bitch, hotch? You ever heard of a hotch? We used to be like, you hotch. Me and my homies used to call her, whole bitch is hotch.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So let's put your skills at articulation to play, right?
Yes, sir.
We drafting up the manhood accords or whatever.
Slow down. Stop right there, Zero, just for a second. This is for Omni's benefit and other people. When I was telling you about Jedis and their levels in here, I consider myself and Zero to be master Jedis. So now these master Jedis are about to take the floor in opposing views, which means niggas can't do shit but learn, because Zero, like myself, is dope. Go ahead, bro.
So is bitchcraft real, and how we gonna define it? Because I'm noticing that people have different definitions, but I'm talking about a general definition, not speculative or operative definition, right?
Okay.
How would you best articulate what bitchcraft is?
Okay.
So that we can understand how we using it and how we gonna move forward.
Bro, we finna get funky up in here.
I like this one.
Hold on. Here, do me a favor, Zero, because you know I type slow. So I can put it in here. No, you know what? I'm gonna do it right now. Y'all sit tight. Let me see.
Sokovia Accord. Yeah, I like this.
It's about to get. Oh, Vino, it goes down in here, brother. I told you I don't run, and I'm trying to tell you. I got this is the tip of the spear. I got about 6, 7 other dudes that come at it. They bring the flame exactly like this. How do you define bitchcraft? Okay, I'm defining it on the spot. Bitchcraft is the modern and purposely socially engineered misuse of the mystic power given to the female, as in using her powers instead of to make things good for those things around her, whether she understands it or not, and on some level she does. The radioactive energy that she is getting, she uses her intuition, her abilities of persuasion,
And
both
let her
sensual
baby
and
walk.
cordial, in a way to create chaos, regardless to whether it will destroy her, even her, or not. For example, telling your children that they daddy is coming to get them today, when you know good and hell well they daddy is 2,000 miles away and didn't say no shit like that, just so they will sit in the window and miss him. That is bitchcraft.
Somebody says succubus energy.
Yes, succubus energy. Yes, a lot of
Lilith.
manifesting one's own internal turmoil.
Turn your mic up, Big Vino.
Manifesting your inner turmoil outward, meaning because you have turmoil, you need to create turmoil within other people to fuck up their energy so that they are with you in your misery. That is a key.
So it's definitely abusive and
Sure, it's abusive, yes.
And intentional.
I would just say the active practice of being a cunt. I mean a bitch. the act you're actively pursuing this dark nature. Okay, you're the active pursuit of the dark nature of women.
Okay,
hold on now.
Hold on. Hippity hop mob stop. Hold on, Vino.
I got a question.
Hold on.
What is your woman doing for you?
Can you hear me? Hold your question. I'm gonna let you speak that question. I got you, Frank. Omni, I need you to understand right now. Bruce is a senior Jedi here. One of the things standing in the way of Master Jedi is the fact that he was absolutely right. But did you see how he came out of the gate? Just the first shit he said was just some fucking dig out your fucking entrails. That's the shit I'm working on with Bruce. If you hear him, he dope, but he's fucking. I could wait a minute, god damn it. Wait, Bruce, god damn it.
Hey, for the record, I love it. I can dig it. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Zero. I don't think you understand. Look, I don't think you understand. In the metaphysical army in my kingdom that I am building, bruh, you two are gonna run down the fucking hill. You two gonna put you two right together, train the rest of the fucking troops. But goddamn it, you got Zero. I gotta put this motherfucker here in your charge. I gotta put him in your charge, or we gonna be at war all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, no, we gonna try to make it sooner than later.
Yes. So Omni, that's what I'm now to get back to you, brother Frank. I would love to hear first. I want to hear what your definition is of bitchcraft, and then I would love to hear your question. Go, Frank. You there?
Frank White.
Where Frank at? All right. Well, okay. Then if we've been around the horn on bitchcraft, which I think we have, Zero, did you have anything else for that?
Nah. I just wanted to, because I noticed that when we have these, and there's nothing wrong with it because we hashing it out. Everybody comes from their own personal angles. So I just wanted to get a general, understanding that we can all agree on and move forward on from there, so we don't get caught up in no minutia,
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. As I'm going through, True, I don't understand your question. If you could put it back up about shadow banning, I'm gonna need you to elaborate. Because I want to. I kind of forgot what it was about, but we gonna get through these. We done got past the rutabaga. We done got past alchemy. Let's get into.
No, we didn't get past alchemy. I want to be fair about that. I want to be very fair about that because I said something last week that Zero touched on today that made me know we didn't get past it. Last week when I was talking about astrology and what region are you coming at when you look at astrology? What interpretation are you using?
Yeah.
And he said today there's a regional it's who you getting your teachings from.
Mm-hmm.
Like that makes a difference. Your language and how you what understanding are you coming to the table with when you speak makes a difference. So when he says alchemy and I say alchemy, I can tell by the way he's talking, he's coming from a whole nother, or even when he's talking about karma, he's coming from a whole nother, his center is somewhere else. Basically, I can't even think of the word right now, but I know his center is somewhere else.
Of course you can't, young man. Of course you can't. That's the genius of me putting him with you so that I ain't saying don't pull your sword out. Just wait till Zero say pull your sword out.
Right, yeah, I'm fine with that. He got bigger guns than I do, so I'm cool with that.
Yes, with you two together, my army is unstoppable with you two in the front.
I love to watch you kill. The thing is, I don't want you to waste energy unnecessarily. That's my point.
Absolutely,
appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now let's get into we're gonna totally disconnect Natalia's comment from what we heard before, what we were talking about with regard to bitches and rutabagas. But let me set this up. If she'll raise her voice and or a hand to you, LOL, you ain't him. Here's the problem with that, the tone, the base of that sentence. Number one, Natalia, it ignores the fact that there are 2 million more of you. That if she'll raise her voice and or hand, we stop right there. She's disqualified. Because if she will raise her voice and or a hand to you, you ain't him. Here's the problem. Number two, Natalia, nobody's him. If she will raise her hand, raise her voice and or a hand, then nobody is him because there's too many of you. Now, let's kick that around, fellas. How do you feel? What energy do you feel when you read that?
I didn't read it, but I'll tell you very simply. Anybody at any given time cannot be whoever the fuck you want them to be. I've been exploring this with a lot of conversation I've been having lately with a lot of married people, and come to find out, everybody then woke up and not gave a fuck about somebody else. You be around a motherfucker long enough, you can just not give a fuck today. I just woke up not giving a fuck about nothing. It's you who ain't who you thought you was yesterday to raise your fucking hand and think you gonna do something to somebody that you supposedly care about, love, or whatever the case may be. To today, you thought about causing harm, so today we did the harm? That's some wild shit to not have responsibility over, to make it seem like I'm not something because you decided to raise your hand to me. That's some wild shit.
Wow. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Every now and that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Zero. Sometimes Bruce will take a running start at the point, jump up in the air, do a round off, and stick it in the back. Because I didn't even see it that way. But yes, that's dope. Let's go around, bro. Let's know who next. Who want it?
Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Yeah, man. I low-key think she right for real, man.
Okay.
Like, really, it go both ways. If you fucking with a bitch that's gonna put her hands on you, she don't respect you. So why the fuck are you fucking with her, nigga? So like, yeah, like, why are you dealing with a woman that even feel like she can raise her hand to you? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? If she feel like she can raise her hand to you, you lost in the game. That's
okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna walk to the fringe of that and make that make sense. The "you ain't him" does speak to the man. I will try my best to give you. I'm gonna give you a half a point for that, brother Johnny. That you are right. If she will raise her voice and or hand to you, you perhaps are soft. Exactly. But here's the problem with that for women. These kind of sentences never help women. That doesn't help her because she has just pointed out the nigga she don't want.
Zero personal. When I hear it, it's like zero personal accountability.
Accountability. Right? Thank you.
Now, go ahead. Look. I'm a recon Marine, graduate of the School of Infantry East. Right. Let me tell you something. Black women are the infantry for white feminism. You understand? White feminism does not give a fuck about these black women and what they do. What they do. So here's the bitchcraft of it, or witchcraft, right? Is that what they do is they conjure up her anger. You understand? Her dishevelment, her story, her exclusion, right?
All
and they're using it to build up their infrastructure, but she's just a bullet stopper. They don't plan to celebrate in harmony with her later on. They don't care to have her with them celebrating later on, unless she is a tool, or like how they had them women acting like chairs being sat on when you get into the upper echelons of of these elitist cultures, right? So just to say that is this: civility is key, right? If she's not civil, then there's no hope. You understand? If we can't have a civil relationship, if it's about you flexing and flexing your infantry power and your anger and all of that at me, and I'm here in the trenches, I got your six, we back to back, Bonnie and Clyde. I don't take that. I'm gonna tell you something in my life, yo. I walk away from many women who show a chink in their armor when we knee deep in the shit, and they go in that route too much without of not having personal accountability and feeling that they have the right to emote because some white biatch told them that is their right. You understand what I'm saying? It's not their right. Human beings are human beings, and if you want to raise up into the upper levels of consciousness, you have to be civil. You can't be angry or overly angry. You can't be all root seat chakra based. You understand? You can't. And it's like when we start applying this real shit, because I hear a lot of people talk about the Eastern philosophies and the teachings, when we really apply it, all the answers is there. You don't gotta search for the answers. You just gotta apply it outside of white linguistics, white supremacy. White supremacy is not real unless you believe in it. You understand? It don't affect unless you believe in it. There was a time where it did, but it doesn't anymore, yo. You understand? And it's like I see a lot of that shit of where they come in that vibration with that foul energy as being an agent or the infantry for these crackers. And I ain't having it. You understand? I disappeared.
Well, dude, and I'm Omni, bruh, you're gonna have to get out on this dojo mat and put your thoughts out here. We ain't heard much from you. Remember, you ain't gonna get cut off in here. What's on your mind?
I got you. I was just listening. I was absorbing the game. But listen, how I feel about what she said, what makes you think you're her? You know what I'm saying? If I ain't him, what makes you think you're her? Because that's
okay. Sure. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You ain't her.
Am I because I got that from that.
You making you do that in the first place.
I got that from reading that though. Like when I read that, that's why I said she was right. Because when you read it, she's saying that she's not her and he's not him. You get what they shouldn't be together. You shouldn't be fucking with nobody that don't respect you.
Okay, that here's the problem with that, fellas, slow down.
Hey, Uncle Joe.
Yes.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold your question, and then yes. As soon as I say this, I'm gonna give you.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't, because again, bruh, you're gonna have to wait your turn in here. This is, and I understand your frustration, but I do this on purpose because when you ask your question, I want to be able to use it, Frank. I want to be able to put it on Instagram. I want to be able to take this music down, put some dope ass shit under it, and make it really work as a clip for this show. I can't do that if everybody's over talking each other. And the one ought I have with Fight Club is that it caters to the lowest common denominator too often, and you don't get the shit that's up in here right now. So what I'm saying that is what your boy just yeah, another junior Jedi in here, Brother Johnny and Brother Omni. I am glad you are right where you are. That is the way you are supposed to see this. At the level of consciousness where I feel you at. Yes, congratulations. Here is what I'm trying to get you to understand is that she don't need to be with him and he don't need to be with her. Leaves us at zero. We don't grow from although it's true, there is no seed of growth in it. The seed of growth comes from understanding what Zero put into this. If she'll raise her voice and or a hand to you, you ain't him. Still gives her the option to do that and exonerates her from accountability. And you can't get there by just saying these two people ain't supposed to be together. Although you're right, it doesn't move you forward. It allowed that what you two just displayed is above square thinking, which is I'm gonna get into this and then we're gonna hear from my man Frank. It gets into something that I have talked about before, my square cube tesseract theory, where most people think like a square, one-dimensional, 90 degrees. If it comes in, it stays. You guys just put out the thinking of a cube thinker. It comes in. I am going to analyze it, and I am going to throw out what is bad and stand hard and pat on this decision that I have made. I challenge you to be tesseract thinkers. and go, this is an 8-dimensional representation of that cube. So I got to look at this sentence from as many spots as I can. And I have to see what are the highest spots to look at this. So I can take these high spots to the next place. And I submit to you that being able to see her lacking accountability with this statement is a higher state of consciousness than just these two people shouldn't be together. That's a tesseract thought, and you need to vibrate on that level all the time. And I know you see that. I am not saying you guys don't see it. I'm saying you should look for it first. I'm saying look for the highest, most funkiest way you can flip something in your mind. And if you see it flipped and you agree with it, cling to what you agree with that's higher until you can disprove it. And that's how your mind glows higher. Now, your thoughts there, brother Frank. What's on your mind, baby?
So in that time, I done took a piss, sat down, my phone tripping, made sure all my bills.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He gonna swear I threw him out, and I did not.
Too many other apps. That's why he was doing too much extra
Is he doing too much, Vito?
Yeah, he was doing too much.
They beamed him.
I was
They beamed him up.
by the conversation.
They beamed him up.
Shit.
Now,
I'm on the motherfucking highway. You think I want to pull over and take a piss? Shit.
right.
Captivated. Listening to this, just taking my notes and understanding and mixing it with the thoughts I already have. Like your tesseract theory, mix it with the thoughts I have. Let them mingle. Let them get to meet. Let them get to know each other.
Oh, brother.
And come up with a new idea and a new thought. Because I was going to go one way when the conversation started. But now I'm thinking a different way.
It's construction.
Brother,
You know?
you in it, Big Vino, you're in here with Master Jedis, like myself, like Zero, and it's just us two in here today. But the reason you're here is to elevate your thinking so that you can turn around when you speak to young bucks and elevate theirs. And it's up to you, brother. This is Jedi shit in here. You ain't got to put this shit out until you find the worthy. This is an assembly of the worthy. So that ain't for every dude. That's for you to decide. Not all of them, but that one right there. Come here, young buck. Let me holler at you. Let me put something real in your head. That's what this is for. Now, Doc Watson, this is our last one. Some people can't function without drama and turmoil as their backdrop. This refers to the original topic of the show, which was the power of a bad atmosphere. Now, that would lead one to believe that these people are building this so that they can actually function and are comfortable with it. What say y'all? What's on y'all minds? The floor is open.
I think they scared to function beyond it. Matter of fact, I don't even think it's functional when you in the turmoil.
Wow.
You know, I think they just it's more of a groove, and they just get so used to the groove. Even if you say, because something I see people do a lot is that they'll be in the groove, but act like they're advocating and arguing against it, but they stay in the foul groove. You understand? They facilitate it, you know, just to be able to say, I'm different and something wrong with all these Negroes except me. you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
brother, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so
I think some people actually fuel off of it. Like it's like, you know how some people feel off of positive energy. I think some people feel off of negative energy too, man. Because you know the duality part of it. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe it's a group of people out there that actually motherfuckers feel off of negative energy. You know, I can't do it, but yeah, maybe it's a group of people out there that can.
Well, there has to be. Fuckery is fun. Like you forget if you too far removed from fuckery, that shit can be fun. It can be. It's not productive.
See, I told you, bro. I don't know what the fuck that feel like, bro.
But hold on though. That's not necessarily. So let me say something and just put a thought in here, right? Fuckery and tricksterism is not necessarily negative vibration.
Oh, go into that.
And I'm gonna tell you something because I'm a tribal man, right? And it's funny, like when my brothers that do the EFI and that deal with indigenous systems, the trickster energies are the highest energies. They're the masters of the crossroads. They're the ones who can make decisions very swift without being frozen and stuck. You understand? The tricksters or the ones who kind of don't shy away from fuckery. Now it's not saying now then you have the generators of the fuckery, and that's a whole different league. And I would venture to say, because I met a lot of people, you know, and I lived in the United States. I shed blood. I'm an American, right? For many years, I would venture to say that there are some demons, but they are very low level demons, John. You understand what I'm saying? The ones who are really out here for the havoc, they on a different level of operation, and most of y'all haven't even seen them. Y'all just dealing with the results of their dirty work. You understand? Or the confusion therein. You understand? So like I agree with Bruce in that sense, because I'm never scared of the fuckery. Matter of fact, I'm the guy that you come to. I'll give you an example, right? Some very powerful people did something to somebody. I'm the guy that goes to put the mask on and burn down the cornfield. You understand? I love it. I operate in that. I thrive in that, but that doesn't make me evil. That just makes me an operator. That makes me active. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you really got.
Would that make you a term that I believe is in Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a term I use when I write? Would that make you a chaotic neutral?
I would say, let me say this. I would say no, because the chaotic is first. It will make me a neutral who doesn't shy away from chaos.
Okay.
That's a different thing.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you.
That's a different thing.
When you put it, and this, see, this is why I fuck with dudes like this. Mm-hmm. Chaotic, the way I use it, is an adjective. The way he's using it, it is a noun. It does not describe the individual using it. It describes the individual's use of it. So, although a subtle difference, or a subtle change, huge fucking difference. There's a difference between being being a fucking asshole and using asshole energy when necessary.
Right, because you can't be effective if chaos is your adjective. You can't be effective in what it is that you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You're not clear and concise. Now, if neutrality is your adjective, and you're not scared to jump into the chaos, then you're gonna be effective at whatever it is that needs to be done. You know, what do they say? Keep the kill. That's the phrase.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, I am now kicking all of you motherfuckers out of here. You must all go, but do not take it personally, because it is something that is wrong in me that I enjoy, which is to throw people out of the first church. Just kick them the fuck out. Like you have a church service, and right at the end, you release 15 pit bulls. It's just like that. It has nothing to do with my love for these brothers. Absolutely enjoyed today's show. We went some places, but we didn't get far at all from the real chilling and what this shit was supposed to be about. And I was proud to have you here. I think you do the show a service. It was dope. So I just want, as I said before, everybody to be very clear that they are creating their own realities. You are making what is becoming. You are making your opportunities. You're also making your setbacks. If you look at it any other way, you give way too much to the hands of fate. This is about finding out who you are and taking a good hard look at what it is that your good and bad makes. And being really real with yourself. And I hope that's what you got from it. I really do. Stay high in thought. Stay high in deed. Guide your ignorance to your wisdom. Pull out of the gravity of the stupid. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. It's your Uncle Jeff. And a map.